Imagine waking up in a place where the air itself feels solid, where your breath freezes mid-motion, and where the sun, when it appears, seems fragile against the power of cold. Imagine a city where temperatures fall so low that eyelashes turn white within seconds, where metal sticks to bare skin, and where even sound seems sharper, crisper, as if the cold has tightened the world. This is not a science fiction planet or a frozen wasteland abandoned by humanity. This is Yakutsk, Russia, the coldest city on Earth where humans still live, work, love, and dream. Yakutsk sits deep in Siberia, on the banks of the Lena River, far from oceans that might soften its climate. It is a city of more than 300,000 people, which makes it not just a settlement, but a thriving urban center in conditions that most of the world would consider uninhabitable. In winter, temperatures regularly drop to minus 40 degrees Celsius, and it is not uncommon for them to fall below minus 50. The cold is not occasional or dramatic, it is constant, patient, and absolute. Winter lasts for more than half the year, and when it arrives, it does not ask for permission. It simply takes over everything. What makes Yakutsk extraordinary is not just how cold it is, but the fact that life continues normally within it. Children go to school at temperatures that would shut down entire countries elsewhere. Businesses open, markets operate, weddings happen, and birthdays are celebrated while the outside world remains locked in ice. The people of Yakutsk do not see the cold as an enemy to defeat, but as a reality to adapt to. Over generations, they have learned not only how to survive, but how to live fully in one of the harshest climates on Earth. The ground beneath Yakutsk is permanently frozen, a condition known as permafrost. This frozen earth shapes every aspect of the city's design. Buildings cannot be constructed in the usual way because the heat from human activity could melt the ground and cause structures to sink or collapse. Instead, buildings are raised on concrete pillars, allowing cold air to circulate underneath and keep the ground frozen. Roads buckle and crack with seasonal changes. Water pipes cannot be buried deeply, and even cemeteries require special methods because the ground is too hard to dig. In Yakutsk, engineering is not about convenience. It is about survival. Daily life in such cold requires strict discipline and preparation. Cars are rarely turned off during winter because restarting an engine in extreme cold can be nearly impossible. Many vehicles remain running for hours or even days. People plan their movements carefully, knowing that a small mistake, forgetting gloves, exposing skin for too long, can result in frostbite within minutes. Clothing is not a fashion choice but a life-saving tool. Thick fur hats, insulated boots, layered coats, and mittens made from reindeer or fox fur are common. Every piece of clothing has a purpose, and yet despite these hardships, Yakutsk is not a bleak or joyless place. Inside homes, schools, theaters, and cafes, warmth and life flourish. Families gather, laughter fills rooms, and traditions are passed down. The city has universities, museums, and cultural institutions. Music, art, and literature are deeply valued. The extreme cold outside seems to intensify the warmth of human connection inside. In a place where nature is so unforgiving, people rely on each other more deeply, and community becomes essential. The people of Yakutsk are primarily Yakuts, also known as Saka, an indigenous Turkic group with a rich cultural heritage. Their ancestors adapted to this climate long before modern technology existed. They developed diets rich in protein and fat to sustain energy in the cold, relied on horses uniquely adapted to survive Siberian winters, and created traditions that honored nature's power. Yakutsk is not the coldest place on Earth, but it is the coldest city where humans still live in large numbers. That distinction matters. It proves that civilization does not end where comfort disappears. It proves that the human spirit can take root even in frozen soil. In Yakutsk, every warm home, every lit window, every heartbeat is a quiet act of defiance against the cold. So when we ask ourselves how far humans can go, how much they can endure, and what it truly means to adapt, we do not need to look to distant planets or future technologies. We can look to Yakutsk, a city where winter dominates, where ice defines the landscape, and where humanity refuses to disappear. In the coldest city on Earth, life continues, stubborn, resilient, and undeniably human.